A lot of people don't have it, you know. I think the largest thing in this community is the lack of support. But when you stop looking for it, you just start saying, okay, this is what I'm going to do. And it just grows and grows and becomes an obsession. So I think positive obsessions are good. Good things will come out of it.
Yeah. Excuse me. Toure, clap your hands for a second. Just because that's. Thank you.
Yeah, that creative piece coming from inside. I started thinking about the whole creative thing and the innovative thing. Because I actually did the opposite. I went to college and then I worked and then I waited 10 years and went and got my master's. And I remember taking this creativity class, but organizational creativity, how they were teaching managers how to think like designers to solve problems instead of being so robotic and the old status quo. And that, believe it or not, it actually opened up my mind more. And I was already kind of a creative thinker, but I could be analytical too. And it just opened my mind up that's how where Bootstrapper came from. Was I was looking at some of the so-called the characteristics they find in successful entrepreneurs, and it kind of made me think about it. I said, bootstrap. It was a term in one of the paragraphs saying you got to bootstrap your way. I was like, you know what? That's me. That's everybody. We used to paint the shirts and the jeans, ride around the van, sell them. Being creative on making money. Summer jobs dried up. When we got to middle school, I remember Reaganomics. And they took all the funding there was no sports, there was no creative arts, they took all of no music. So we just made up our own thing, danced in the streets, we painted, airbrushed on jackets, t-shirts, and sold them. So, I appreciate everything you do. Like, I remember when I first met you, I felt like I met you twice. I think Jim Slice, he brought me down once, and then Mark brought me down another time. And I remember the first time I walked in, I was like, wow. See, I'm not gonna say I see exactly what you see, but I see a purpose,
yeah.
And we may not see the exact same thing, but I don't see it as just a bunch of stuff. You know what I mean? And that's where I connected with what you were doing, and I've been trying to connect with you since. So, yeah, I appreciate that. And you are, to me, you're the essence of how I feel about this.
And take it into any other realm. Find other things that you're into.
Yeah.
I like the idea because I'm in a very urban setting with a very kind of eclectic, antique, feel with my stuff. And then the best thing I like. Sometimes I do gallery shows, and I'll have my work in there, and I'll show up to the opening. Everybody thinks I should be in my late 50s. I love it because they look at the work, they look at the material, the subject matter, and they can't even imagine. That guy covered in tattoos walks in, and they're like, what is going on, But I like that reaction. I almost, make sure sometimes I'll do a show in another city that I won't even have a physical presence until the show, just to get the reaction out of people. I like it. I like to see where they are.
Where they are. Get their real reaction from the work.
Best thing about New Haven is we're in an urban setting, but there's so much around us. We're so close to the woods. We have, one of the largest communities of professional skateboarders, bikers, and climbers. And so, with Bootstrapper, you can hit all of it. From natural to the city, from any type of arts to now sports.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, I've gone to the climbing gym and everybody's asking me, what are you wearing? What is that? I need to get one of those with the black and the more prominent thing, because
I got you covered.
Yeah. And then wonder what it is.
We'll make sure we got you covered. Appreciate that.
Just combining, like you say, our urban lifestyle. Yeah, it's combining the elements. We're full of that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So. Just a couple more. When you do a show, how often do you do a show? What's your usual turnout? Just curious.
I try to keep myself as busy as possible. Winter times I'm pretty quiet, but when summer times come in, I usually have shows continually running. Starting this tomorrow actually. I have 2 consecutive shows. I've got to go to Boston and then I go to Cape Cod. So I got to have enough work to have 2 full gallery shows at the same time. It's a lot of fun. You go from one opening to another, and that alone gives me a drive. And I think, to hit on the point is I do this for myself, but I want it to be seen. I'm not going to do an art. I'm not even going to sit here and say, oh, I only do this. This is my passion, and I don't care. No, I want my work to be seen. I want it to be appreciated. I'm building to share, and I won't hide that. I love the opinion. I like to hear the opinion. It's not like say I'm not going to say I care about the opinion,
Right.
but I like to hear other proposals. Sometimes it's totally different. Sometimes I look at my work a whole different way because of another reaction of somebody else, and I like to see something hidden layer in there. But that gives me the drive to keep going. When something's appreciated and gives it back something that grows a value and pushes you to keep going.
You know what I admired? You said when I asked about your favorite piece, you were like, "That's tough." But I mean, I can see why. And I've been there before, with not on this level, but in the art and on my level, I kind of like all my stuff, and you should too.
It's all almost like why do you like it that much?
Right.
It's like you had a great idea. Some of my oldest pieces I like, but it's because of what I was going through that month. I came up with that idea.
Sure, absolutely.
So that's another thing. It's like try not to stick to one thing.
Yeah.
Like move around.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let it grow. Allow new ideas. Take an idea, a brand, and push it. See how many different directions it will take. More comes back. So
Absolutely.
it's almost impossible to say what I like the best because
Okay.
in a couple of months I'm going to say, I just learned this new thing. I want to do that instead.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Yeah. That's awesome.
And my last project was pretty wild. I will be honest. I'm into the more macabre feel of things. I like, I have to say, like, dark history is not an entertainment to me. It's just I'm interested. I see it all happening again. So I look for that and I find the stories. And we all like horror movies, but I kind of like say our biggest horror movies are in history. So I want to play on that as much as I can.
Sure.
To remind it to people.
Absolutely.
But then next thing I know, I'm starting to do pieces that are completely opposite. The last thing I did with the dress, the parachute dress, is kind of a creepy story because the parachute is all about, unreturning soldiers from World War II, and that they were given to the wives with the parachutes and they landed in whether they're alive or dead. So the women would make them into dresses as remembrance. But now I have photographers having me wear this. I don't know if you saw it online, but I have a model from Boat wearing the cliffs in Gloucester. It's wild. And, that's when you cut to the photo. I'll show you how. So I'm just like I'm having my work appreciated in such different realms. It went from in 1 week to a sculpture to a wearable professional photo shoot that could be all over the place now. And it's just a whole other realm to my work. And then I wonder, when people see that and see my name, are they going to only associate me with that, or are they going to look me up and be like, oh, what else is going on with this guy?
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, the same you want to do. It's like, if I'm going to go, climb up West Rock and people ask me a question, I would rather just be like, well, just check it out.
Sure.
We do a lot of stuff,
Right. Absolutely.
And then that will bring them to other realms.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Make them search for it instead of talking is great, but I love I'll go to a show, I see a piece, I look at the name, I immediately look up what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely, that's good. They ask me all the time, well, who's your target market? Everybody. We could be specific and be traditional marketing and business, but at the end of the day, I want everybody. I want to connect with everybody.
Yeah.
No age, no gender. So.
Well, we're trying to do something a little bit different for the city. We got a climbing team, a bike team. Now we have a bike polo team.
Oh, nice.
We play every Sunday. We're trying to get new, different people in there. And,
nice.
we supply all the mallets. You just got to show up on a bike. Gets a little intense, but we split up the teams, divided. We're always looking for new things, because it's an urban environment. We play right here in the middle of the city.
Really?
And what we want to do is we want to start challenging the neighborhood kids to see if they, because bike theft is such a huge thing.
Uh-huh.
I things are getting really nasty and divided with you know, one of our major players was Mitchell Duke. He was the one who built our bikes for the spike polo. You know,
Okay.
him, he was killed last year. What we all want to do is, instead of have this like, you know, horrible hatred feeling, we almost want to have invite some of these inner city kids that, especially the ones that are running around stealing bikes, to come verse us.
Oh.
Play bike polo.
Sure. Yeah.
Win a bike, perhaps.
Oh, that's creative.
You know, like come in and then have a. How good are you on a bike? You know,
Right.
make it really amazing. We even want to do. I don't know if you ever heard. We do alley cats. Alley cats are inner city races
Right.
run by Devil's Gear, where we just have checkpoints and we race around the city. You know, it'd be probably the funnest thing for somebody who's
Sure.
ever done it ever.
Right. Sure.
And then, you know, like you say, you win a lot of gear. The biggest thing is like, you know, you win product. It's the last thing. We want to start trying to get kids in the neighborhood to do that. You know?
Yeah. No, that's creative.
Kind of create this this excitement, but also a challenge. You know, and show us, you know, look, come on.
Yeah.
Something totally different. You know, not a basketball game, but you know, we want to have a bike
Yeah,
race.
that's right. Yeah.
You know, but we need something for them at the end. You know, something that they haven't prepared for. You know, so.
Right.
That's why our bootstrapper would come in and you know, you say, listen, here's our company, here's a bunch of t-shirts.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I'm gonna be wearing this shirt,
Mm-hmm.
and then someone in New Hallville is gonna be wearing the same shirt.
Right.
And they see each other and be like, hey, what are you doing?
Connection. Yeah.
Connect, completely opposite spectrum connection.
Yeah. Exactly.
We just have to come up with these ways to do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. We need to
I think that would be one of the funnest ways to do it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We gotta talk about that.
Cause I'm gonna stop you right there.